Timeout.
Welcome back to another episode of Timeout. We're going to take a timeout to talk about some big-time rated games that happened early last week. First of all, on Monday night was Bancroft Rosalie Lions Decatur at Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family. This is a top-ranked team at the time in Class C, taking on the second-ranked team in Class D at the time, and both of them were also top 5 in the state. Here's the thing about that matchup. The host Bulldogs went up 36-15 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. By the time that same mark in the third quarter rolled around, it was all tied up at 49. Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family had an 8-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go, though. They were up 68-60, ended up being a 7-0 run by BRLD to tie the game. Scored all 12 points in overtime. BRLD with the 83-71 win. Here's BRLD coach Corey Meyer.
When we need someone to step up, he always does. And thankfully, he hit some shots because we weren't hitting very much. And we needed something. He ended up getting it going, and he got us going. And it's like a domino effect. And once he got going, and everybody else wanted to jump on board, and it was a roller coaster.
Another thing about this big win, though, sophomore Lucas Vogt had a game-high 30 points. Darwin Snyder added 25 for the Wolverines, and Jackson Johnson had 15. Here's Lucas Vogt.
It was just the heart and toughness that our team had all together. It just shows us as a whole.
It was balanced scoring for both teams that night. For Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family, Turner Beller had 19 points. Jason Suits added 17. Jacob Suits and Brett Hannes both had 14. Both of these teams are in the East Husker Conference tournament. BRLD is the number 2 seed. Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family is the number 3 seed. So there's a chance they could play each other in the conference semifinals. Turning our attention over to the Lewis and Clark Conference, Osmond traveled to Laurel Concord Coleridge on Tuesday night. The Tigers were number 1 in Class D at the time with an undefeated record, while Laurel Concord Coleridge only had 1 loss and third ranked in Class C. The Tigers led 10-3 midway through the first quarter. The Bears pulled to within 1 at the end of 1, scored 8 straight points to take the lead, and in the third quarter went on a 15-2 run to take a 49-30 lead. Your final score 80-54. Here's LCC coach Todd Irwin.
Each game like this, just we figure out, hey, handle the ball with 2 hands, do what we do for a strength, and then use it from there, And Noah and Isaac Ty present great matchups, or tough matchups for the other teams because they both can play inside out and they're tough to guard,
For the host Bears, Noah Shutt had a huge night. 24 points, 14 rebounds. Isaac Riefenrath, 20 points. Ty Irwin, 18 points. Evan Heisch, 10. For Osmond Merrick's Den had a team high 20 points. Here's LCC junior Noah Shutt.
We advanced a lot from the loss in Punk that really got us going. I think the loss was good for us. It made us a better team, and I think our defense has picked up a lot more, and that's all you can win.
After that big win, Laurel Concord Coleridge was rewarded with the number 1 spot in the Class C ratings. That lasted about as long as a New York Minute. Get ranked number 1 in Thursday afternoon's paper, then they lost to Wakefield that night. In the Lewis and Clark Conference, though, Osmond is the number 1 seed, LCC is the number 2 seed. So yes, there's a chance these two teams could play each other later on. A big game in non-conference action Saturday night was Humphrey St. Francis at Lutheran High Northeast. The Eagles led 36-24 in the third quarter, but the Flyers led 41-36 at the end of the third quarter. It was a 19-0 run for St. Francis. Ended up holding on for a 58-52 win. Trevor Pfeiffer had a game-high 23 points for the Flyers. Ben Gebhardt had 19 points and Jackson Kent 18 for Lutheran High. Here's St. Francis coach Eric Kessler.
Proud it did not look good there. Even at halftime, things were not going our way just for whatever reason. And for us to show kind of the character and grit in the second half, just really proud of our effort. The third quarter was tremendous. We played well, cranked up the defense a little bit, and they're a quality team that's come out of here with a victory. It doesn't happen very often. Just very happy.
Check out my new boys ratings in Thursday's paper. You can either buy the paper the old-fashioned way, or for half off a digital subscription to the Daily News, call our circulation department with the promo code ALEXA. Until next time, I'm Nick Bench, and thanks for taking a time out with us.